Yes, sir. What's good, y'all? Welcome back to the Millionaire Mansion Podcast. My name is James Hodggreen. I'm the owner of the Millionaire Mac Club, and I'm so grateful that you're joining us. You feel me? Man, this is gonna be released on a Monday, but I'm recording on a Sunday, just to let y'all know. But this week's been good, and it's been progressive in a different type of way that I haven't had in a while, because honestly, through my self-improvement journey and my intentional journey with my company, ever since I started it, it's been a lot of grind. Like every single moment, I'm trying to get the most out of every single moment. And you know, energy is like a cup of water. Like, it has to be refilled. And honestly, like, the super ambitious part of me, maybe it's the ego, maybe it's pride, but it's honestly a good thing. The super ambitious part of me does not like taking breaks, because I feel like if I don't get what I want in this moment, then I may never get it, which what I'm coming to realize, it isn't true. And honestly, that mindset, it will serve you, but it won't serve you consistently, and it won't get you to the full finish line of the race. It'll get you through part of the race, but it won't get you through the full race. Because I just seen this quote that I wanted to tell y'all. It's, life is meant to be touched, not strangled. And so basically, my comprehension of that is like, life wants you to be hands-on with it. Life wants you to get your hands filled. Like, the universe, God, whatever source you believe in, wants you to get whatever you want. But it wants you to understand that allow time to season you, allow time to grow you, and know that you're going to get what you want, but you might not get it at the speed that you thought that you should have it, or that you deserved it, or when you thought you'd get it. Because no matter how much, what I learned this week is, like, no matter how much we want something and how much work we back that want up with, my bad, hold on, let me rephrase that. No matter how bad we want something, and no matter how much work we put behind that, that's not going to speed up when we're going to get what we want. And oftentimes, we'll have that mixed up. Because we'll think, no, like, if I work hard, I'll get what I want at this certain point. But oftentimes, as soon as that point, let's say, oh, I'm going to grind every single day. In 30 days, I'm going to get objective A. And then those 30 days pass, and I'm like, dang, I didn't get objective A. Unless that thing was time sensitive, if you keep putting in persistent work, you're going to get what you deserve. And what I was realizing, I was actually journaling this. I was journaling and writing about this. And I was thinking about the concept of time, and about, like, when things come in perfect time, and when things just happen in time in general. I was thinking, like, who is to judge, dang, this came too late? You see what I'm saying? You know, oftentimes we'll be like, oh, I finally did this. Oh, I finally graduated college at 33. Oh, I finally look. And I was thinking about it, like, oftentimes with that frame of mindset, that discredits the achievement, and that takes away from what we were doing. And then, so with that just means you're unintentional. That means no. You weren't aware of your intention of doing what you were doing. Because if you were doing it to get it done by a certain time, but you ended up completing it anyways, and you discredit yourself because you didn't finish when you thought you'd finish, or you didn't your company didn't hit a million when you thought it hit a million, or you didn't hit 10,000 followers when you thought you'd hit 10,000 followers, or you didn't date this girl when you thought you'd date this girl. Like, if you're invalidating the reward or invalidating the experience because of when it happened, then you're gonna end up with bitterness and a lack of appreciation for what you did and what you went through. And honestly, what I was realizing, what clicked to me, and this is gonna take a very conscious effort to live by, what clicked to me is, no matter how, there's no problem with declaring what you want. But the thing that messes us up is declaring when we want it. Obviously, we want it in inconvenient speed, but we need to understand things need to be moved. Strings need to be pulled for us to get what we want, no matter what it is. You see what I'm saying? Something has to happen to make something else happen. And I know that may not make sense, but it makes sense if you really think about it. But basically, putting a timetable on a big goal is where we often get disappointed, because you guys know my favorite saying, if you don't quit, you won't fail. And, oh man, there's a fly in here, my bad. If you don't quit, you won't fail. And so with that being said, we're gonna think about, like, I want you to really think about your circumstances right now, because your circumstances are the way they are because of who you were in the past to get you here. Your circumstances didn't just happen to you. And you may not have intentionally attracted the lifestyle that you're living right now, but you are a product of what you were, right? So therefore, the goal to achieving what we want while remaining in flow is to understand and declare what we want, have a clear vision of what we want, and then instead of worrying about what we want, because we already know what we want. Oftentimes what we want doesn't change. What changes is what needs to happen. So instead of focusing on what we want, we need to focus on how can we make that happen in this time? How can we make that happen in this second, in this present moment? Because if we're worried about, oh, I need to do this in a month from now so I can get to whatever I want, all right, is there nothing else that you can do? Is there nothing else that you can do in this present moment? Because if you have to wait those 30 days, then you're wasting 30 days. And there's always something that you can do. And I'm going to prove that sentence right, is because wherever we are, we go. So whatever we have a hand in, whatever we're a part of, follows our traits and our habits. So even if you can't do something specifically pertaining to the action or thing that you're trying to accomplish, you can always be improving yourself. So the question should always be, how can I become a better being? How can I understand myself more today? Because the better you are, the better the things that you touch are going to be. Simple. You make people better. Other people make you better. So why not do your part, be the best you in whatever you're doing, and then watch the result drastically improve. And then if the result doesn't drastically improve, you at least know what part of it you played in and what you can improve for the next situation. You see what I'm saying? So yeah, but I've been thinking about this concept of time and achieving certain goals a lot recently, just because I'm the type, I set goals, and I used to set them with a particular time, which just, I was reading through my journal. I actually read 4 months worth of my journal. So we're in August. I read back until April. I read 4 months worth of my journal, and a constant theme, two constant themes that I saw throughout this time was either A, I was really feeling like I was progressing, or B, I was feeling like I wasn't moving at a rate that I should have been. But then I realized and think today, 4 months later, like how far I've come, and I can't knock myself for the growth that I've made. I know that I can make more growth, which is the good thing, which is the motivating thing. Like, there's more growth to be made. But I noticed in the days that I was feeling like, dang, I'm not maxing out my potential, that wasn't true. It's just I was focused. I already knew what I want. I know the goal hasn't changed, but I wasn't focused on what I could have done in that day, in that moment, to get me to where I was going. I was looking too far ahead, which is a blessing and a curse, because you always want to keep your eye on the prize, but also, so you know what the prize is. Once you have an understanding of what the prize is, now you need to play the game to get you the prize. You see what I'm saying? You can't win the prize. Like think about it like this. If you go to the fair, and you know how like they'll have like the little milk jug throwdowns, like you can't go up to them, give them tickets, and be like, all right, I'll take a teddy bear. They're like, no, you have to play the game to win the teddy bear. I'll take your ticket so you can play the game to win the teddy bear. I'm not just going to give you the teddy bear. If you just want to buy a teddy bear, go to the store. You see what I'm saying? You didn't go to the fair to play the games just to buy the teddy bear with tickets. So make sure you get solid in the vision. Don't get me wrong. Get solid in the vision, and don't put a time label on it, but put the right amount of grind to it that you can be proud of each and every day. Because this is my last point. Give your 100 every day, but understand your 100 fluctuates. Your 100 goes up and down, which is fine, just as long as you're maxing out the 100 of the day. And if you're maxing out the 100 of the day every single day, you're going to get what you want when you deserve it, or when it's supposed to be yours. You see what I'm saying? So don't get so caught in time, because we can't control it. We can't control time. All we can control is our grind and our intentions, and if we're being intentional with our process. So let's remain intentional in our process. But man, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. We're growing. We're growing. There's no question about that. We are growing. So let's keep doing us. Let's keep improving us. Let's keep progressing. We're on a path to something big. Whether your progression's being televised, whether it's seen on social media or not, you're progressing towards something gigantic. Don't let how somebody else's walk is shown belittle your walk. Just because your walk isn't on television doesn't mean you're not maxing yourself out, and doesn't mean that your maximum is less than anybody else's maximum. Everybody's in their own walk, so keep walking your own walk, baby. As always, if you need a positive friend, if you need some advice, if you're feeling stuck, if you just need a friend, or you need some daily positivity or motivation, text me. The number's in the description. My number is 480-571-7347. Text me podcast, and I'll love to hear from y'all. I love to hear from y'all. The best way that y'all can give back to the channel, to the company, is just share. Just share. If anything served any value, I don't care if only 15 seconds of this podcast was valuable, share it for me, please. That'd be greatly appreciated. But man, if y'all need anything, text me, let me know. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. And like my grandma said, man, keep going and keep growing. I love y'all. Peace.